Hi, this is YC and welcome to my channel. I hope everybody is having a really good day. Today I have some friend mail to share with you, and then I'm going to show you how to make a southern squash casserole. My friend mail is from the Life with Mike and his wonderful family, and that's the name of his channel, Life with Mike, and he does all kinds of things on his channel. And I urge you to check it out. He has something for everybody, let me tell you. And he sent me a wonderful Valentine's card. It says, "Happy Valentine's Day. Hope the Lord's reminders surprise you through the day. That you are deeply cared for and loved in every way. Thinking of you with thanks to God." And then he put a wonderful note and his family. And then I'll show you what it looks like. See how pretty it is? It has pretty hearts and everything on it, and a beautiful flower. It's very, very nice. And there's a verse inside it, and it says, "What marvelous love the Father has extended to us. Just look at it. We're called children of God. That's who we really are." So that's beautiful. I just love that. And he put some stickers in it. There's 75 scented stickers in this. Okay, and I don't know if nowadays you still have to scratch them, but these are the scented stickers. And you know, I always seem to rub them anyway, and then you smell them and oh my goodness, they smell so good. I've already used one off this page. And then I used one off of this one too. And they smell wonderful. I mean, like berries and raspberries and strawberries. They smell so good. They smell really good. And what I do is, if I'm saving something for a meal and I have to put a tag on it, I put a little note, and then I put a sticker on each side of the note, and it goes in the fridge or the freezer. And so when they go to get it, they go, "Oh, that's what she's using that for." So that's really good. And speaking of little notes, I had run out, and I'm so glad he sent me these little notepads. Happy Valentine's Day, and they're heart papers. That's really cool. And that's actually what I used today when I brought home my groceries, to let people know I was saving certain stuff to make for the Super Bowl. So, and this one is also, and this is cute. It says, "You're stellar," and it has like a little rocket ship on it with a heart. It's so cute. And I love these. These ones are puffy stickers. And you know, with Simba and the Lion King, you remember that story with Mufasa and them. And then this is celebrating 90 years with Mickey Mouse. And here's some more right here. So cute, so adorable. Oops, this one got bent a little. I can use that one next. So I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much, Life with Mike. I really appreciate that. So nice, very kind of you. Okay, so I am going to move on now to show you how I make my southern squash casserole. And what you're going to do is you're going to start off with a 9x13, preferably like Pyrex glass type pan, and just spray it lightly, like with canola oil or something like that, canola oil. And I'm going to use a glass bowl so you can see what I'm doing. Maybe I'll tilt you forward so you can see a little bit better. Okay? And hopefully it won't fall. I went ahead and I sauteed, it was 3 medium to large size yellow squash. And I'm going to put that in here at this time. And I also put in half of a medium chopped onion. I just sauteed it in a pan with a little bit of canola spray, but you can use olive oil if you want. And or you can microwave it for about 6 to 7 minutes. Please do not boil your squash, because it won't be nice and chunky like this. It'll be mush. You don't want mush. So, you know, you want to keep it nice and a little chunky like. Okay? And then, just following my recipe here. Then you're going to use a half a cup That's 1 stick of melted butter. And I know that seems like a lot, but wait till you see what we're going to be putting in it. And then you'll see how it's absorbed and utilized. Okay. All right. Now, and the next ingredient, I mean, I don't really believe that there is any special order, but you can either put 1 grated carrot, which I find is hard to cook in the fast time that this cooks. So what I've resorted to lately is just using a can of carrots, and I just put in 1 can of carrots, and they're, you know, quite reasonable at Aldi. And stuff to the lid. Okay, and then you want half of sour cream. So this is a 16 ounce, so you want about 8 ounces of sour cream, and I had just about 8 left in this one. I have a new one in the fridge. Okay, let me see if I can use this and get it all out. That way I'm not wasting any. Okay, now, right, I guess it just wants to do that, doesn't it? The next ingredient we're going to put is 1 can of mushroom soup, and this is just the chef's cupboard. It doesn't have to be Campbell's. Okay, so if I can get it out. Okay, there we go. That came up pretty nice and neat. And then 1 6-ounce box of stuffing, and this is the chicken one. You just pour that in, and now you see why that butter and everything's going to get used up and used to hold all this, you know, together. And this counts as your starch for the meal, because I'm going to be putting chops next to this. So with a chop and then a square of this casserole, the squash will be the vegetable, and then this takes care of the starch. You don't need anything else. You don't need rice or potatoes or, you know, pasta or anything on top of that. And you just start folding it all, just mixing it, and I suggest using a spatula like this, and then go along the sides of your bowl like that, because you really don't want to mush up your squash too bad and make it look, you know, like mush. You don't want that. You don't want it all ground up. You want it to look like something. I'm trying to get that sour cream. Okay, and I'm going to have all these ingredients in the description below for you, but so far we have 3 medium to large squash sliced up and sauteed with a medium onion, a half a medium onion, and then a half a cup of melted butter, and a can of carrots, and 8 ounces of sour cream, and a can of cream of mushroom soup, and a 6-ounce box of stuffing mix. And then I'm going to pour this into my 9x13, and I'm going to just sprinkle it with some shredded cheese, and you bake it at 350 for 35 to 45 minutes. But you know, again, I'm going to have that in the description for you, so you don't have to memorize that. And if you know, once you cut and saute the squash, it's just the case of throwing it together, and it really, really tastes good. This is a family favorite. We really enjoy this squash, and this squash casserole, southern squash casserole. Okay, and that's all there is to it. And I'm just going to pour it all down in here. Okay, and just put it in the oven and go. That's it. Okay, so it looks like some of the carrots got in some places more than others. I'll just move stuff around. There, and this will give you another side, you know, another option of something that you can do for your meal. And now I'm going to take some of my half a brick that I shredded and just sprinkle it on top. It doesn't require a whole brick. It's just, you have so many ingredients in here that are wonderful already. It's just not necessary. Okay. And when my squash was sauteing with the onion, you want to wait a little while to where you get a nice crust on the squash, or it starts to brown a little bit before you flip it. So hesitate, don't flip it too soon, because like I said, the more you stir it, the more mushy it's going to get. And then after it's almost cooked, that's when you want to put in your spices. If you put it in too soon, the salt does something to the squash, brings out the water in it, and then it just gets you know, mushy. And again, if you're putting the squash in the microwave for 7 minutes, please do not add water. It comes with its own water. And when it was after it sauteed in the pan, I added crushed black pepper, garlic, onion powder, and a little bit of salt. But don't forget, your canned soup is going to have sodium, and the cheese on top is going to have a bit of sodium. So if you're someone who can't have a lot of sodium, just be mindful of that. And this is what it looks like on top, and that's the side and the bottom. You can see it, and it cooks up really nice. And like I said, this is a family favorite, and I wanted to share it with you. And I hope you have a fantastic weekend. Bye.